Today's date is May 28, 2013, and this right here is a preliminary first list that I have made concerning other targeted individuals, past or current, in San Diego. Now this right here was a person by the name of Jeff that made some comments on this particular blog right here. You can go to Google and type in gang stalking in San Diego. This was an individual from, it appears he lived in New Hampshire, was being gang stalked there, and then he says, and now in San Diego. And these are the comments he posted on this blog, 3 of them, okay, or 2 of them, this one here, and then again this one here, or this one here. Then we have another individual who posted a post on March 23rd, 2010, and this one is by either an individual who was a target and is now a perp, or is still a target. I got suspicions about this person. But anyways, that person made some comments on nowpublic.com. This is another one right here concerning ATC Corporate Headquarters, 13114 Evening Creek Drive, San Diego, where that person was subject to gang stalking. That's another blog, okay? This is a blog here concerning a person who was gang stalked, and that was posted on April 8, 2013, okay? He was gang stalked and poisoned. He was poisoned, then went to the ER at UCLA, St. John's, and Scripps in San Diego. Gang stalked, and I was gang stalked at Scripps Hospital in San Diego after I got assaulted, okay, on an MTS bus. Okay, this is an article concerning a Beth Donahue who had her house taken from her as a result of being a target of gang stalking, okay. And that was concerning a San Francisco Chronicle article. Here is another one concerning Beth from San Diego, concerning Wide-Eyed Cinema. Somebody posted a comment about how they gang stalked the heck out of Beth Donahue in San Diego. Okay, this is another one concerning individuals that appear to have lived in San Diego at 6878 Navajo Row, number 41. And I think that might be this individual that I'm getting ready to show you right here, Victoria Rose. It might be her, I'm not sure. Or it could be Mirage Shahan. You can Google that name, those names. This is another one here, and Andrew Sudo. He wrote a book about what happened to him in San Diego. Okay? And this is just one list that I found of organized stalking, gang stalking targets in a matter of a 7-minute time period online today. Okay? Now this right here is a book titled Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, and this has to do with the technological resources of remote neural monitoring and other technological resources that are attached to gang stalking expeditions, which you can clearly see it's in the title of the book. Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office. This was written by a post office employee who's being gang stalked. I haven't read the entire book yet, but so I can't figure out yet what state this person was in, but it doesn't appear that it's in California, okay? But what is described in this book is described by an individual by the name of Victoria Rose, who was a San Diego target. This is a documentation file she wrote. It clearly shows you documentation file, the name Victoria Rose. Her living location was San Diego, California, Chula Vista. Remote neural monitoring is flat out mentioned, okay, in the right below her location as far as her name goes. Now, in the second page of Victoria Rose, she clearly mentions voice to skull, that's the technology, and remote neural monitoring, okay? B2K is mentioned many times in this book, technology and gang stalking, okay? And it's also clearly mentioned in this book concerning another aspect of what happens to organized stalking targets, okay? The microwave technology and implantation also happens to organized stalking targets, gang stalking targets. That organized stalking and gang stalking is mentioned throughout this entire book. And look at this. I'm going to show you something. See this? Voice to skull technology. Mentioned flat out in the book. The diagram that even shows it. Gang stalking is mentioned throughout this whole entire book. It's called organized stalking in this book. Okay, and this is a person who was interviewed on Coast to Coast National Radio Show on Valentine's Day, 2013. He wrote a book, and he was interviewed on that radio broadcast. Now, everything Victoria Rose describes in her documentation file is that she experienced is described to an exact T by a separate target who wrote this book. Okay? And the V2K is that she experienced is mentioned by her in this book by a separate target and in this book by a separate target. Okay? So fellow American citizens, my name is Leslie Williams, and I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth concerning the heinous nature of these organized stalking expeditions. This targeted individual right here, Victoria Rose, mentioned in her documentation file she had to move. Creating homelessness is mentioned in this book concerning how they create homelessness as targets. This guy who wrote this book stated in the book that he had to move 6 times and that the stalking expedition followed him to 6 different apartments and even to another state, North Carolina. He was originally from Beverly Hills, California, went to North Carolina trying to escape it. They had him gang stalked to North Carolina because it's a syndicate that's operating in every state doing the same thing to every target. So he left North Carolina and came back to California and he's now living in Palm Springs. Okay? And they create homelessness of practically all targets. You know, my name is Leslie Williams. You would not believe the proof I got. It's just undeniable. And I'm talking about video proof, audio file proof, paper trail proof, email file proof, notary proof. The proof I have is astronomical in size and literally black and white as far as its integrity, which means that the proof cannot be disputed at all. It's literally that black and white proof. But how do I get any help? Because this is organized crime in the system that's perpetrating these crimes. And since they're also using universities, public libraries, restaurants, all types of businesses to engage in organized stalking harassment of a target for them to experience when they go into these places, into these businesses, and that's achieved through what is known as a community notification. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and community notification, which is a law enforcement tool. Okay? And as a result of the tracking and surveillance of a target, they see when a target's in a stationary position or when they're mobile. Okay? And as a result of the surveillance and the tracking, they see where a target's going to, where they're headed to, and they just place organized harassment around that target everywhere they go, including businesses, including using the management, the supervisors and employees of a business, and people coming in acting as patrons. And if you don't think that gang stalking and organized stalking is not happening in businesses, it's also happening against fellow employees of the business. It is not just happening to targeted individuals who don't work at the business. It's also happening to targeted individuals at their workplace. It's called work mobbing. Okay? And what do you think this book is about? It's about a postal employee who's being gang stalked at work. Okay? So, and we can't get no help because it's organized crime in the system that's hosting and perpetrating these crimes and then using the very same system to protect the crimes and to nullify and vilify the targets of it. I am literally gang stalked and harassed through organized stalking, gang stalking, sensitization methods along all my routes. I'm literally being subject to 2 overt sensitization direct conversation methods at every library I go to. Every library, by security, by staff, by people coming in acting as patrons, in every store that I go to. And I have undisputable proof right now online, and 98% of the proof I got is not even posted online, but the proof that's online is undisputable, literally undisputable. So I'm here today, fellow American citizens, to tell you, the District Attorney's Office has been notified about me. The Internal Affairs Department of the County of San Diego, a city of San Diego, has been notified about me. Social Services has been notified about me. A human trafficking organization was notified about me. When I went down there, they engaged in gang stalking. I was tracked to there. They seen I looked up that organization's address online at SDSU. Okay? So I'm here today to tell you, if anything ever happens to me, physically or sexually at all, or if my freedom is taken away from me, understand this and be clear. Members of the San Diego Eastern Division Police Department and Western Police Department played a direct role in this gang stalking of me. So did SDSU, UCSD, and USD engaged in a feverish campaign of gang stalking me when I was going on their university campuses. So did the Metropolitan Transportation Services in reference to using bus drivers and people using the bus services or trolley services when I was on the buses. And they're still doing it to this day. MTS had me assaulted. You would not believe, on one of their buses, you would not believe the proof I got. It's just undisputable. So I'm here today to fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegoans, fellow Californians, sorry. I am not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever. I have undisputable, physical, tangible, undisputable proof that I am a victim of this crime. Literally. Sorry, it's just, if you've seen the proof I got, you just would, like, your jaw would drop, okay? And so the only thing I want you to know is that if anything ever happens to me, anything, okay, physical, sexual, whatever, it's a direct result of the San Diego District Attorney's Office, the San Diego Police Department, the San Diego Internal Affairs Department, and the places that intercepted and rerouted my emails for help. UCSD, SDSU, UCSD, San Diego Public Libraries. Yes. So I'm here today, fellow American citizens, to just tell you I'm a good woman. You know, I'm not crazy. I'm not a social deviant of any kind. I'm not a threat to myself or others. I mind my own business everywhere I go. My behavior is totally appropriate for each and every environment that I go to and for the whole duration while I'm there, because I'm not stupid. I know they're trying to provoke me along all my routes by subjecting me to the same overt harassment along all my routes every single day, including at this place. They're getting up on the sidewalk and riding their bikes by, and they'll say gang stalking, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my God, which is the same exact route tactic they're using against me along all my routes. It's done to make me feel, to remind me that I'm a victim of this crime and to harass me and taunt me about it. And that method is called the direct conversation method. Okay, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm hiking in California. I'm trying to save for a mobile home, and you would not believe, they're also getting online, editing my blogs, posting derogatory comments about me, trying to paint me out to be a social deviant, and trying to paint the picture that I'm crazy. Okay, trying to discredit the evidence that's already online. Yes, and they're also leaving YouTube comments on my YouTube videos. So I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens and fellow Californians, I'm not crazy in any way, shape, or form. Okay, I'm not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever. Okay, I'm a good woman. Okay, and I'm exposing these crimes and the employment descriptions that are aiding and abetting in them and protecting them, and they know it because cyber surveillance is a method of organized stalking. Okay, so if you see any of my videos, okay, or any of my blogs, and you see any blogs made about me, and they're derogatory concerning me, ignore them, because it's the perpetrators getting online pretending to be people that have seen my blogs or YouTube videos and then making derogatory comments about what I'm exposing in order to deflect the truth by trying to reverse the perception of my viewers about me. Okay, I'm sorry I went off on this, it might sound like I'm ranting, but I'm not. Anyways, okay, so I just want to let you know that this crime is not just happening to me. There are hundreds of thousands of targets right now in America experiencing this crime. Literally experiencing this crime. There's petitions all over the internet, okay, and it's happening in every state in the United States, in every city, in every town, literally. And so I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth, because, you know, these criminals are getting away with what they're getting away with because no one's listening to the truth. And that's why I think it's important for people to really know what's going on. This is organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level perpetrating these crimes. And I'm here to expose it. And the only thing I hope and pray that you can do concerning what's happening to me is say a prayer for me in my name. And my name is Leslie Williams. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much.